Hey, Riddle here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're a subscriber. So we have 6,000 gophers, and I'm slowly trying to knock down the population a little bit. I'm going to show you how to set the D.K-1 gopher and mole trap. It's a bit of a monster, and I'm not going to lie, it's a bit intimidating. When they came in the mail, I was having a Lyme disease day, which means I was having major fatigue and brain fog. And I watched 4 very good instructional videos and tried to follow this rather comprehensive instruction pamphlet that came with the gopher traps. But nothing was working that day in my brain, and I had to kind of give up. So when you receive the trap, it's going to be like this. The thing I want you to focus on is notice the jaws are locked shut. You can see this little dangly earring thing in the center. You can see this little catch or pull thing. And you can see this little gizmo and how it's locked behind our bar. Okay, so the first thing, you want to wear a pair of gloves while you're doing this, because it's very easy to let go of this thing and for it to get clamped onto your hand. So I'm going to position this here for us. Sorry, I am trying to take a video by myself. Okay, I'm going to put my gloves on just to set a good example, because sometimes when you don't, every other Karen and Bob on the internet is going to call me out on it. So first thing we're going to do is you're going to gently release this. You do that by pulling it back, allowing this to come under the lip, and then it will be free. Once that's done, we can open up the jaws to the trap. Now this is the awkward part for me, because it doesn't feel like you're doing it right. It feels like you're gonna break it. But when you bring your bar over, you're not gonna bring it over this way. You gotta make sure that the bar is positioned at the bottom of this loop. See where I have it? Before it was like up here. Yeah, I gotta position it down here, and then we're gonna bring that over our jaw to the left side. After this is going to be caught underneath the inside of this hole. So this is where it gets a little tricky. You push down, and it feels like you're going to break it, but you're not. And make sure you put it in that hole and push that up decently, because you don't want this thing springing on you when you're rewinding it, because we do have to rewind it. So that's that. I hope that made sense. And now we have to wind it. And this is the scary part, because it takes 3 hands. Now we're going to pull this to counterclockwise all the way around our trap. Oh, see? I messed up. I didn't have that catch on well enough, and that's what I was warning you about. So I'm glad we made a mistake. We're going to go back here, bring this down to the bottom. We're going to feed this back into the catch. You can see the little hole there. This time we're going to push it up a little further. There, we really push it up far that time. Then this goes counterclockwise. This is the hard part. I'm holding the handle at the end with my glove, and I'm turning this entire contraption. And it takes some muscle. And then we're going to lock it, just like how it came in the package. Pull it all the way around, lock it behind there. Then, well, it's at this phase, you're going to want to tie your wire or string or rope or whatever onto the end of the loop. I'd say the only design flaw with this gopher trap is that this does not close all the way. So I'd highly recommend taking a good pair of pliers and trying to close that off as tight as you can, because if you don't, the wires consistently keep coming off, and on a bad day, a gopher is going to pull this entire trap down into a hole, and you're never going to find it. So at this point, we're going to try to move this as close to the end without setting it off. And this is the trickiest part I find of using this trap. So it's as far as I'm going to take it, because sometimes it'll go off when you're getting it down in the hole. And that's it. That's how you set the trap. So let's pretend I'm a little gopher. You want to move as much dirt out of the tunnel as possible, because that dirt is what they're pushing. And if the dirt or a rock hits this before the gopher, then you've just wasted a lot of time. But let's pretend he's pushing. Oh, there it is. Bam. So it's a really good gopher trap. I'd say it's one of the most solid ones out there. It's just very, very, very intimidating. So let's do this one more time, because I'm reaching out to the 50+ crowd, or those of you who are just damn tired. So first, we're going to gently release this, let it go to the bottom. Then we're going to open up our jaws. Jaws are open. Then we're going to position our pin to the bottom of the loop, not the top up here, but get it all the way to the bottom, and put this little, you can see it's a little, almost like a little hand over our jaw. We'll hold that with our thumb while pushing it through our catch. We pushed it through the hole, and then we're going to push that up so it doesn't spring on us when we're setting the trap, when we're rewinding it. Then counterclockwise, with one hand firmly holding the end, we're going to twist this all the way around, and make it catch behind it, just like when we pulled it out of the box. Then the most important part, very, very as far as you can get this down so it's super sensitive. Get that to the very end so the gopher can trip it, and then gently make sure you dig out enough space in the gopher hole that these jaws can comfortably fit deeply in. One of the biggest mistakes I've been making and wasting a lot of time is not getting this deep enough in the hole and making sure enough soil has been cleared from the tunnel. And if you don't do this properly, you're just going to be pulling this out or unburying this from mounds and not catching gophers by the dozens. Okay, I hope that helped. If you like my channel, please subscribe, or a thumbs up always helps. I want you to take care of yourselves and take care of each other, because that's how I believe our reality is actually formed in this society. And just when you think you're subscribing to a channel with just how-tos or reviews, I know a lot about gardening, a lot about manifesting wealth, and I have some pretty strong opinions on how to make this world a better place. So